Alright, obviously I'm this far along. Obviously I got the gas tank off, I drained the oil, pipes are off, the carburetor intake manifold's off, I got the ignition coil out of the way, ignition switch itself just hanging up here. I didn't disconnect the throttle cables, I just kind of got the carburetor hanging over here. It's fine, it's out of the way. So I think at this point, we're ready to start pulling heads. Now, what I'm going to do is, there's a sequence into what's, once I get the rockers off, I'll be able to see what the valves are doing. I'm going to want the valves, both valves closed, not on a compression stroke, because you don't want any compression in the cylinder or in the combustion chamber. You don't want any pressure when you start pulling these heads off, so they don't kind of get, out of shape when you're pulling them off or whatever. And there's a sequence in which to order, loosen your head bolts. I gotta look and find out what they're calling 1, 2, 3, and 4. But eighth of a turn at a time. Crack it loose, go to the next one, crack it loose. This rocker, well, the cover is going to be right against the backbone of the frame, so that kind of has a, kind of have to F with it a little bit, but it'll come out. So yeah, that's where we're at. As soon as I get these rockers off, I'll be able to see what my valves are doing, make sure they're closed, and we'll pull the heads. And at that point, we're in there. So I'll take pictures along the way. You can kind of follow me where I'm at, and we'll see what kind of mechanic this truck driver is. So I'll be posting pictures. All right, this is a good spot for a video, I guess. On the front cylinder here, I got the rockers off. So your valves, push rods are here. Push rods are, that's cool that they're marked, exhaust and intake. I'm going to keep the front with the front and the back with the back, of course. But they're marked, so that's good. I still have the back cylinder to do. There is four 1/2-inch bolts, 1, 2 on the brake side, and then 1, 2 on the clutch side. We're going to pull the brake side first. I already got them loose. And then we'll go over to the clutch side, pull those two. And then we have in here 3 7/16 bolts. There's 1, there's 2 in the middle, and 3 on the end. I need a cameraman. And then their last ones, your last ones, just had a notification on the phone. Last ones are going to be 2 3/16 Allens on your ears, 1, 2, and then we'll pull the rockers off of the back head, and then which at that point we have your head bolts, 1, 2 in the middle, and 3, 4 of course on either side of the spark plug hole. Again, I'm going to have to see what they're calling number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 head bolts, because there's a sequence in which you have to loosen them so the thing don't, get out of shape when you're pulling the head. When I pull the head, the push rod tubes may or may not stay in their, in their keepers here. They can get stuck in the head. That's fine. We'll do that, but keep everything with the front, everything with the back. I got them marked so far. I got everything on this metal workbench here. Of course, all the new stuff. That's the good stuff there that we're putting in. And I've just been keeping everything. The front of the workbench is the front cylinder, and the back of the workbench is the back cylinder. And all of your intake manifold and coil, motor mount, horn, air cleaner tank, got all that stuff over there. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm gonna go get this back rocker off, pull the heads, and then we'll take more pictures. So the head bolts, the clutch side back bolt is 1, clutch side, front bolt is 2. On the brake side, back bolt is 3, and the front bolt is 4. I already got the head off here. It was just the opposite. I forget. I marked them down with Sharpie. But these things are torqued. Obviously I got the torque specs here, but I didn't crack any of these loose yet. So we're going. Jesus. That's it. That's all I'm going with that one. That's 1. Do the same thing with 2. Good. Come over to 3 and 4. I'm going to have to lose an extension here. But they're 12-point, half-inch studs. I'm using a half-inch drive too, because these things are they're torqued. Here's number 3. Obviously, I forgot to put my little stoppers down on the front of the lift here for the wheels, but one more. Here's number 4. All right. They all got about an 1/8 of a turn on them. We'll go around and do it again. Oh, need my extension back. Number 1 gets another 1/8 turn. Number 2 gets an 1/8 turn. Three, do it on this side. That's it. Number 4. That's it. Do it again. One. Good. Now they're loosened. 2. Now I can just wheel them right out of there and spin them right out now. After this last 1/8 of a turn. 3. You can feel it kind of break free. 4. And we'll do another one on 4. There we go. That's it. Spin them right out now. Probably don't much matter if we're not doing the 1/8 of a turn anymore, because they kind of broke past that tight spot, that torque spot. Once we're past that torque spot, we'll just spin them right out of here. Alright, let's get this head off the back cylinder here. Give it a bump. Both our push rod tube stayed. Let's pull them out before they fall on the ground. That's that. Come over here, put everything in the back. The back side. I just put everything back together. I mean, nothing's bolted, of course, but just I got the head under, put my rockers back on top, just set it there. Everything's there. New gaskets for the rockers and all that. And this is what we got. We got some cleaning up to do. Get this whole gasket off. They're pretty. I'd say they're pretty well worn. So yeah, we'll get the cylinders off, and that's it. We're getting there. All right, let's let's get these cylinders off. I messed up last video. I said I got some cleaning up to do. Get these head gaskets off because they're pretty stuck on there. I wasn't even thinking I don't got to clean up shit because it's getting brand new jugs and pistons here. So this is the old stuff. We're gonna bang them loose. I just blew out the top of the pistons. We have all that carbon built up and a couple, pieces of shit laying there. That way, when I pull the jug off, it don't fall down into the crankcase. So here's the first one. I'm not worried about the piston banging on the studs when I pull this off. Let's just get new pistons anyway. So. One more. That's what we got. We're down to the good stuff now. So side to side is okay. If I see any up and down movement, let's see. Still trying to hold the phone and do this. We get a little side to side, that's fine. And no up and down. Good. I don't feel anything. Awesome. I think we're at a good spot to stop. Well, I gotta stop. But new pistons are in, new cylinders. We got our heads on. Heads are torqued. I did them 3 stages. First one was 12 pounds in the sequential order, then up to 17 pounds, and then after your 17 pound, you do 90 degrees. Just mark a head bolt and run at 90 degrees on all 4, and then you break them loose again and do that over again, and then they say they're torqued. So that's what we did. Dropped the push rods in. For now, I just got to throw a blanket over it. For some reason, I thought the kit came with rocker box gasket set. It doesn't, so I gotta wait and get gaskets, just the rocker gaskets, and I need intake seals. But yeah, I mean the conversion's done. The pistons are in. We're like I said, we'll see how good of a mechanic this truck driver is, but I feel pretty good. This was, so I had, this is the only ring compressor I had, which is good for, if you're working on engines, not V-twins, if you're working on a small block or something, but this won't do you any good because you're trying to compress the rings and you got to slide the cylinder on from the top, obviously, and then this damn thing, you can't get, it only opens up so far. You can't get it over the head. So that didn't do me any good. I didn't have the right one. So this was actually my ring compressor right here. But it works, so screw it. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go put tools away, wash up, and we'll finish it up this week.